Hi, everybody. It's great to see you. And before I read a book to you today, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the story behind it and the person who wrote it. Many years ago, I lived in Santa Monica, California, and I was a teacher. And I had a girl in my class named Nell. Nell was a great reader, and she loved to write. And she also loved to play and go down to the ocean. And we were really lucky that we could go down to the ocean and we could look at tide pools when the tide goes out and see all kinds of creatures. And she also liked to go to the pier in Santa Monica. Well, Nell grew up. Now she has children of her own, and she still lives in California. She took her own children to the pier, and she decided to write a book. The book is called Down Under the Pier. The pier is what goes on top of the sand in some places and out into the ocean, and you can walk at it and look out. And also on lots of piers, there's games to play and carousels and Ferris wheels and arcades. So this book talks about what's above the pier, but most important, what's down under the pier. These are the parts of the pier that hold it up. So you can see that from this part of the book. Down Under the Pier by Nell Cross Beckerman. Up on the pier, we ride the giant Ferris wheel. We scream on the roller coaster. We gobble clouds of cotton candy. And wood planks creak as we walk in the sun. You can tell those kids are having fun, but they're on top of the pier now. Up on the pier, we pass carousel horses, and we dash for the chance to ride the lone goat. Up and down and around and around. And you can see all the pretty animals on the carousel and the children riding them. Up on the pier, we feed the machines. Roll skee balls, whack moles, and trade our tickets for toys. That's at the arcade. Lights flash, bells ring. Our pockets empty, our quarters are spent. Is the fun all done? Maybe. For some, they don't know what we know. To slip down the stairs where the tide is low, away from it all, where almost nobody goes. Do we dare? Look at all the beautiful things under the pier. Down under the pier, it's dark and cool. We inhale sea spray and squish slimy sand through our toes. Goosebumps on sun-kissed skin. Down under the pier, we chase gray waves and hear the crashing curls thunder. We pause and listen. Then, yelling and howling, we race through the echoes. There's echoes under the pier because there's like a roof and then poles, and you can hear echoes when you're down there. Down under the pier, when the tide hides, we find creatures clinging. Can you see they're clinging to the pilings? mussels, barnacles, sea stars, and anemones festoon a forest of pilings. We look and wonder, is it alive? Will it bite? Will it pinch? Will it pierce? Will it do anything at all if we just poke it? Down under the pier, receding waves reveal bubbles on the sand. What do you think those bubbles are? Before the waves return, we dig. Handfuls of crabs tickle and terrify. Sanderlings scamper. What's a sanderling? Aha. Their stick legs a blur. Can we catch them? Almost, almost, but always just out of reach. Down under the pier, we hunt for ropes of kelp. You know what kelp is? It's kind of like seaweed. If you've ever been to a pier, you may have seen this. We played a slippery game of tug of war and stomp on the poppers. And sometimes we become seaweed monsters. Down under the pier, we hide and seek, and we collect seashell souvenirs. Our pockets are full and rich with treasures. Down under the pier, in the glow of the low sun, there are no lines, no seat belts, no closing times. Fun is free, and the world is ours. Can you see the little people at the bottom there? And in the back of the book, it talks about some of the things you can find under the pier. You can find acorn barnacles. You can find anemones. But don't stick your fingers inside them even if you want to, because they're actually alive and that doesn't feel good. Gooseneck barnacles. Mole crabs. Mussels, not the kind on your arms, but the kind that are animals. Sea stars. Oh, there's a sea star. And snails. And if you want your own copy of this book, you can get it on Amazon. It's called, whoops, that's the back. It's called Down Under the Pier by Nell Cross-Beckerman. It's been great reading with you. I'll talk to you soon. The end.
So I'm going to ask you to do that intro again because I forgot to go full screen and I don't know if it's going to show me. So if you wouldn't mind just doing that intro till right before you you started talking, and then I can cut and paste it and put it where it belongs.
Was the book too blurry?
I don't know. I was really taken by it. It's a really nice book.
Yeah.
It's really pretty. Yeah.
It's beautiful illustrations.
Yeah. All right. Now, just intro.